Today we're going to be talking about Burgundy, France, one of my favorite regions, and I think one of your favorite regions as well.
Oh, totally. It's as if Christmas has come early.
Indeed.
Tis the season, right?
Indeed, we've got three absolutely special gems today. One Premier Cru from Pommard, a Grand Cru from Gevrey-Chambertin, and a really beautiful wine from Etienne de Monti from Pernod-Vergelais. So two whites and a red, doing them just like the Burgundians do, with red to white. So
Yes,
Yeah.
take it away. The first one that we decided to drink is the Billard-Gonnet. It's a Pommard, Premier Cru, Clos de Vergès, 2005 vintage. And 2005 is that hallmark vintage that everyone loves. For me, because of the ripeness of fruit that you get in this vintage, I really enjoy the reds more so than the whites.
absolutely.
Because I like that linear, crisp white, but the reds are just blousy but structured and special. So Pommard is in the Côte de Beaune, and only red, no white.
Red only.
here.
It's one of just a few communes in Burgundy, France. It's red only.
And honestly, this is the first time I've ever tasted this producer.
Yeah, we've only read about him, and there's not a great deal of information about him. But the producer is fairly well noted by some very well-to-do masters of wine and master sommeliers. So, but the bottle's beautiful on the nose and the first piece of the aromatics. This is absolutely characteristic of a Pommard Premier Cru. It's got powerful fruit. It's got lots of spice tones, and you can really taste this really beautiful iron-rich soil, or like agrarian soil. Very beautiful right off the bat. Like it's got a great deal of spice to it, a great deal of power. But at the same time, the beautiful part about Pommard is that it's also got beautiful finesse, and that's the Pinot Noir grape hard at work.
I think that this is drinking really well. I mean, for me, I've had a few issues with drinking 05s now because it's such a vintage to cellar. This Premier Cru is kind of more well known for being a little bit lighter, so there's a little bit more elegance to me and a little bit more readiness to drink. It's really nice. The tannins are soft, but still has that. I think the structure of the tannin in Pommard is a little bit more rough around the edges.
Right.
Burly. It's a dude, right?
It's a dude,
It's
yeah,
like
absolutely. Dude.
Yeah, he's a dude, but he's like wearing an ascot today, right?
Yeah, it's actually, uncharacteristically, 2005 was a vintage of full ripeness, which is kind of not necessarily uncharacteristic of the region, but kind of unexpected. And so some producers didn't quite know exactly what to do with such a ripe vintage, with such powerful fruit, and others handled it with grace. But what's kind of interesting is the way that it's turned out in the bottle. Some of them are still far too powerful, maybe too much oak, or maybe just they're such a beast that they're still babies. And some of them have really blossomed into an exciting wine. But they certainly need food. And where Clos de Vergès is kind of an interesting location. It's literally right on the edge of the commune, of the town of the little village of Pommard. So as you're heading south down the Côte de Beaune, leaving Beaune, entering Pommard, you get to Pommard, and it'll be right before you get to the town, kind of midway up the hill. And then you've got Rougien-Basse, which literally I think means red soil, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yes, it becomes more red as
So
you
it becomes significantly more red, and then you get all the way up into Volnay. But really a special area, and the town of Pommard and the town of Volnay, you can probably kick a soccer ball or throw a baseball from one to the other. They're not far away, so it's very interesting. Nowhere else in the world of wine is there that much diversity of soil, maybe other than Germany, from one commune to another, or one vineyard to another, rather.
This is lovely. This is, I mean, like the fruits, it's definitely like that black cherry fruit and that tea note, but there's this dried kind of red flower that I'm really loving on this wine. Like the tertiary flavors are really opening up. We did decant these, but really quickly. We haven't let these set and open over the course of hours, and it's showing nice kind of right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, which would be great. But again, it definitely would be a wonderful thing with food. I think that food would really let this wine kind of blossom into something spectacular. And for the movie goers. Anybody who's seen Ratatouille, when he bites the cheese and the strawberry, I think that with these wines, that's kind of what makes Burgundy so special, when the fireworks kind of go off between the best of both worlds. And this has some of those beautiful flavors, but I think there's so much going on in the glass right now that food would really be beautiful. What would you pair with this at Congress?
Gosh, I would pair anything.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, every day is okay with Burgundy.
Absolutely.
But for this particular Burgundy, for this particular way, I would love a charcuterie if you're doing something just really simple and to start. It's got enough power to do some of your leaner meats like duck, quail.
Sika deer.
Well, that sounds very Texan. A little bit of squab even.
I love squab.
Right. And then if you're doing something with like lamb with a lighter, components around the dishes, I think that would be really, really great too. And I mean, right now I have a pine smoked hamachi on the menu. That would be really lovely because of the smokiness, like really would kind of bring out all of those lovely fruits and the lushness of this
Beautiful.
wine.